thoughts, and your thoughts are not you. Your thoughts are stories that you have taken on, that your mind tells you based on your lived experience, the way you were raised, from your parents, teachers that you had, experiences that you've had in childhood. And at that point, not just in childhood, throughout life, but at that point, it's very subconscious. We take on these stories as this is how we're supposed to show up in the world. This is how worthy or unworthy of love that I am. This is the type of job that I should have or I'm worthy of having. These are the relationships or how a relationship should be, right? If we were raised in a household where our parents were in kind of a toxic relationship, we take on stories about how a relationship should be based on probably one end of the spectrum, like totally don't want to be like my parents, or this is normal and that's how our relationship should be. So then later on in life, we are living out these stories because that is what we have been programmed with. So by midlife, at this point in life, we really have a whole bunch of stories that we've taken on, and we get to stop and pluck them out of our head. I literally like to think of it like that. Pluck this thought out of my head, write it down on paper, and realize, is it serving me? And by is it serving me? Is it allowing me to live from my own power? Is it allowing me to feel the way that I want to feel, to dance through life as I want to dance through life? Is it aligned with my values as a human being? And if it's not, then I rewrite it. If there's this thought that is making me show up as a low vibe version of myself, meaning, for example, I used to tell myself that I was an awful public speaker, and you can probably tell where that got me. I got up on the stage and would shake and acted out the thought of I am a bad public speaker because I had taken it on. So that thought that I'd allowed in my head that people are judging me, that I'm a horrible public speaker, then played into my feelings of feeling insecure, of feeling not worthy. And then when I'd get up on the stage, it would play out in my actions of shaking, of not being a good public speaker. So guess what? I took that thought out of my head and I changed it into, I am a great public speaker. I enjoy talking to an audience. I enjoy sharing my voice and having that interaction. And those thoughts allowed me to show up on the stage as an entirely different human being. I brought a different energy and confidence to those situations. And that was honestly one of the first times where I realized that I had the power to do that. I took myself out of a very scary situation. Like, I hated public speaking and I had to do it. So I was like, how am I going to get through this? And realized I could pluck those thoughts out of my head, rewrite them, and show up in this confidence of a whole new woman because I had stopped judging myself, playing low vibe, playing victim, and changed the story. Realizing that that wasn't actually the truth, that was just a thought that I was telling myself. And we do this in every aspect of life, whether we're worthy of making money, whether we're worthy of being in a great relationship, about how great we are at parenting or not parenting, the kind of jobs that we have. There's thoughts running through our brains all day long. That's a good reason to stop and meditate, honestly. Sidebar, but the meditation allows you to step back and not stop the thoughts, but to watch them as separate pieces of you. Like, you are the calmness and the thoughts are just clouds up there floating along, disconnected. You can choose which ones you're going to wear today, which ones you're going to pop or let float off into the universe, never to be seen again because they make you feel awful about life. Let those go. But to do this, we have to become aware of the thoughts that we're taking on, the thoughts that are going through our brain. And this isn't something we're taught in culture, right? It really isn't. So in the process of designing your life, which we all know that I love talking about, is designing our life, owning our power, living from our own truth. We get to write the thoughts. Because if someone else is writing the thoughts, if our parents have written the thoughts for us, or the world has written the thoughts, or our company has written the thoughts for us, we're not living our life. We're living by their thoughts, by their expectations, by their standards of how we should be showing up. And that is not how I believe we should live our lives. And it brings a less than fully aligned and vibrant version of yourself to your own life. And what's the point in that, right? This is our one dance through life. So it's a matter of choosing your thoughts like you choose your outfit every morning, consciously. Consciously. Am I picking thoughts that make me feel sexy and trendy and cool? Or am I picking thoughts that make me feel frumpy and overweight or blah, 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 whatever? So the part is, how do you want to feel on a daily basis? Feelings, yes, we have to understand how we want to feel in all aspects, because once you are fully can take that on, then you can see when you pluck the thoughts out of your brain, when you journal about it and write them down, that thought is not allowing me to feel sexy and trendy. That thought is making me feel frumpy and old. Okay, how do we change the thought? Sweet, now I can show up in this whole new energy, which makes me act in a different way, right? You can feel it even with just that analogy. Like if I am feeling sexy and trendy, I am living life light and energetic and excited to chat with people and connect with people and really serve my purpose in the world. If I'm feeling old and frumpy, I'm not going to show up in the same energy. I'm going to hide. I'm going to play small. I'm going to let other people drive my ship. And that is not okay. So I think the key here is just to realize that your thoughts are not you. You're not stuck. You are not stuck. Your thoughts are just this element in your mind that are trying to keep you safe. Your mind tries to keep you safe by having these perspectives on the world and seeing it through, oh, that's how my parents thought about it, or that's how I can fit in and be part of culture because that's what culture has told me is normal. But if it doesn't align with you, then it doesn't align with you, and that's no way to be living. So realizing that they're not you, plucking them out, writing them down, getting super clear on how you want to feel, and rewriting these thoughts to match with how you want to feel in your life and what feels important to you and valuable to you in the woman that you want to be. You are not your thoughts.
If you like this podcast, I want to invite you to coach with me. Let's ditch the autopilot living to slow down, tune in, reset, and redesign your life to glow from the inside out based on the beautiful being who you are, what matters to you, and how you want to dance through this life. I help you understand your self-sabotaging ways, program thinking, and tendencies to outsource your power, and reshape them to align with the true you for this chapter of your life. To join me in a complimentary coaching session, go to my website, www.gemmaputty.com. Sending all the love, light, and vibrancy. Until next time.